Good morning, my dear friend. As you begin this day, I invite you to make one choice above all others, to trust God fully and without hesitation. Lord, today we come before you with hearts that may still feel the weight of yesterday. Yet we choose to place every fear, every uncertainty, every unanswered question into your hands. You are our refuge, our anchor, and the firm foundation under our feet. Even when the ground seems to shake, even when the path ahead is hidden in fog, we declare that our faith in you will not be moved. We believe that you are good, not just in the moments when life feels easy, but in the trials that test our endurance and in the storms that threaten to steal our peace. We choose to rest in the truth that nothing escapes your notice, that you see every tear, hear every unspoken prayer, and hold every detail of our lives within your perfect plan. Lord, strengthen our faith today so it cannot be shaken by disappointment, fear, or delay. Guard our minds against the lies that whisper we are alone, or that you have forgotten us. Remind us, again and again, that your timing is flawless, your love is constant, and your promises never fail. We surrender our agenda, our deadlines, and our desire to control outcomes. Instead, we lift our eyes to you, knowing that when we trust you completely, we step into a peace that the world cannot take away. Today, help us to walk in that peace, not because every problem is solved, but because we are held by the one who already holds the solution. And when doubt tries to creep in, when anxiety knocks at the door, let our first response be to run to you, to pour out our hearts, and to hear your still, small voice saying, I am with you, and I will not let you go. We trust you with this moment, we trust you with this day, and we trust you with our future. Lord, we choose to see today not as a random sequence of hours, but as a sacred gift you have placed in our hands. Every breath we take, every step we walk, is an opportunity to live out the trust we have declared. Teach us to measure this day not by what we accomplish, but by how closely we walk with you. Let our decisions be guided by the wisdom of your Spirit, not by the impulse of fear or the pressure of the world. Keep our hearts soft toward you so that when you nudge us in a certain direction, we do not resist or delay, but move forward with confidence that you are leading. And if we encounter obstacles today, help us not to see them as signs of your absence, but as invitations to draw nearer to you, to lean on your strength, and to let our faith deepen. Lord, we lift before you the situations we cannot fix on our own, relationships that have grown cold, burdens that have worn us down, and dreams that seem too far to reach. We place them at the foot of the cross, trusting that your hands can shape them into something far greater than we could imagine. When our minds are tempted to rehearse our worries, train us instead to rehearse your promises. Remind us of every moment you have been faithful in the past so we can face the future without fear. Let our trust in you today be more than silent agreement. Let it be active, living, and visible. May others see in our calm spirit, in our gentle words, and in our steady hope that we belong to a God who is unshakable. And Lord, even in the smallest details of this day, may we sense your nearness in the kindness of a stranger, in the beauty of creation, in the quiet reassurance that no matter what we face it together with you. Lord, let this trust we place in you today not be a fleeting feeling, but a steady posture of the heart. When the hours ahead bring unexpected changes, may we meet them with the quiet confidence that you have already gone before us. Teach us to stand still when you ask us to wait, and to step forward when you open the way. Give us discernment to recognize the difference, so that we do not rush ahead out of fear or hold back because of doubt. You see the road from beginning to end, and we see only the next step, so let our joy be in the knowing that you are guiding us. Even when the path curves in ways we did not plan, Lord, we also acknowledge that trust is not built in comfort but in surrender. So, we surrender to you our desire for constant certainty, our craving for control, and our need to understand everything. Instead, we ask you to fill us with the kind of faith that rests in your goodness even in the mystery. In our conversations today, help us to speak words that reflect this trust, words that bring life, that calm fear, and that point others back to you. Let us be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger, so that our presence carries the fragrance of Christ into every space we enter. And in the quiet moments, those pauses between tasks, those still spaces where the noise fades, draw us close enough to hear your whisper. Remind us again, Lord, that you are not just watching from a distance but walking beside us. Holding our hand, steadying our steps, may our trust in you today become the light that steadies not only our own heart but also the hearts of those who cross our path. Lord, as we place our trust in you today, we ask that you teach us to see life through the lens of eternity. Help us to remember that every choice we make, every thought we dwell on, and every action we take has the power to draw us closer to you or lead us further away. Let our faith today not be something fragile that depends on perfect circumstances, but something strong enough to stand in the wind, rooted deep in the truth of your word. When we wake to news that shakes the world, anchor us in the unshakable reality that our hope is not in governments, in markets, or in human plans, but in the King whose reign has no end. When we encounter people who are difficult to love, remind us that trusting you means loving them through your strength and not our own, seeing them as you see them, and letting grace flow where our patience would run dry. Lord, help us to live this day with open hands, ready to receive what you give, ready to release what you take away, ready to serve when you call. Keep us from clinging too tightly to things that cannot last, and fix our hearts on the treasures that cannot be stolen, the joy of your presence, the peace of a clean conscience, the beauty of a soul in harmony with you. We know that trust is tested most in the in-between seasons, when prayers seem unanswered, when the road feels endless, when silence is all we hear. In those moments, let our worship rise higher than our questions. Let our gratitude speak louder than our complaints. Teach us to declare, even through tears, that you are faithful, that you are working, and that you are worthy of all our praise. And Lord, let our trust today be contagious. Let it spill into our families, our friendships, and even into the lives of those who do not yet know you. May they see in us a faith that holds firm not because life is perfect, but because we are held by the one who is perfect in love. Lord, we stand before you this morning, aware that trust is not something we can simply declare with our lips. It must be lived out with our choices, our attitudes, and the way we respond to the unseen. So today, We ask you to train our hearts to live as if your promises are already fulfilled. Teach us to carry ourselves not with the heaviness of uncertainty, but with the quiet dignity of those who know their Father holds the future. When we feel tempted to measure this day by productivity, remind us that our greatest accomplishment is to remain in your presence. Let our thoughts linger on you, even in the busiest moments, like a melody that plays beneath all the noise. Lord, deepen our capacity to wait on you without becoming restless, to follow you without needing all the details, and to obey you even when obedience feels costly. Help us to release every what if that has kept us awake at night, the what if of loss, of failure, of rejection, of change, and replace them with the steady truth of even if. Even if things do not unfold as we had hoped, you are still good. Even if prayers take longer to be answered, you are still faithful. Even if doors close, you are still leading us to something better. Father, anchor our trust not in outcomes, but in your unchanging nature. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. The hands that shape the stars are the same hands that hold our lives. The voice that spoke creation into being is the same voice that whispers courage to our hearts. You are not a distant overseer but a loving shepherd who knows our name, calls us his own, and walks ahead to make a way. Lord, as we move through this day, let the evidence of our trust in you be visible. Let it be seen in our patience with those who frustrate us, in our courage when challenges rise, in our generosity when we see a need, and in our hope when others give in to despair. Make our lives living testimonies that you are worthy of trust, that your presence is enough, and that your love will never fail. And when night comes and we look back on the hours behind us, may we see a trail of grace marking every step, proof that when we placed our trust in you this morning, you carried us from the first light until the day's last breath. You may not realize it yet, but every moment today is an invitation to lean into trust. You don't have to carry the pressure of holding everything together on your own. You don't have to wake up with a plan for every challenge you might face. What you need is a heart that knows where to rest, and that resting place is in God's hands. When you face a decision and the options feel unclear, pause long enough to remember that you are not alone in choosing. Whisper to Him, even if it is just in the quiet of your mind, "Guide me here. Lord, let my steps follow yours." That simple act is trust. When something happens that you didn't expect, a delay, a change, a closed door, you can either let frustration take over or you can see it as a gentle redirection from the one who sees the whole picture. Trust is not pretending that everything feels fine. It is the decision to believe that God's goodness is still at work, even in the unseen. And when fear comes knocking, when your mind starts to play out every worst-case scenario, remember that your faith is not built on your feelings but on the character of the God who has never failed you. The storms might make the water rise, but the anchor will hold. That anchor is your trust in Him. Today, you have the choice to let that trust shape your reactions, your words, and even the way you carry yourself. People will notice, not because you are trying to impress them, but because peace leaves a visible mark. It changes the way your eyes soften instead of narrowing, the way your voice stays calm instead of sharp, the way you hold hope when others are ready to give up. And here's the beautiful thing. Every act of trust you choose today will not only strengthen you, it will strengthen those around you. Someone you meet may need the reminder that faith is still possible, that God is still faithful, and your life, the way you live this day, might be the message they need to see. There will be moments when you feel your heart pulled between two realities. On one side is what your eyes can see, and on the other is what God has promised. Your eyes may see limits, but His promises are limitless. It's in those moments that you are invited to step onto the side of the promise. Even if your circumstances haven't shifted yet, trusting God does not mean you deny the presence of difficulties. It means you declare that those difficulties do not have the final say over your future. Every morning, you have the opportunity to choose what foundation you will stand on, the shifting ground of your emotions or the solid rock of His Word. And here is the wonder: when you truly let Him be your anchor, fear begins to lose its grip. It no longer dictates how you think or how you decide. You will find yourself breathing more deeply, speaking more gently, and seeing situations through a new lens, one that knows God is right there. Unseen yet active, silent yet powerful, you will learn to recognize the small signs of His presence in your day, an unexpected word of encouragement, a sunrise that feels like it was painted just for you, or a quiet sense of peace that slips into your heart without explanation. These are His whispers reminding you, you are still in my hands. Trust also means you dare to take steps before you see the whole path. You begin to feel your steps grow steadier, not because the ground has changed, but because you know you are not walking alone. And when you look back, you will see the unmistakable fingerprints of His grace, doors that opened at just the right time, protection that covered you in ways you didn't even realize, and strength that carried you when you thought you had none left. You may be carrying more than you realize right now, quiet worries that you haven't spoken aloud, questions you keep turning over in your mind, decisions that feel heavier than your strength. But this is the beauty of trusting God. You don't have to hold it all. You don't have to know how every situation will resolve, and you don't have to see every step ahead to move forward. All you need is the willingness to place it in His hands and keep walking. One moment at a time. There will be days when trust feels natural, and others when it feels like the hardest choice you could make. On the hard days, remember that trust is not an emotion you wait to feel, it is a choice you make. Sometimes, minute by minute, you can trust God in the quiet, and you can trust Him in the chaos. You can trust Him when prayers are answered quickly, and you can trust Him when silence lingers. Your trust is not a fragile thread that could break at any moment. It is a lifeline tied to the one who has never failed you. And the more you choose to lean into it, the stronger it becomes. Today, let that trust shape the way you start and end every task. When you wake, say, "Lord, I trust you." When you work, let that trust guide your words and decisions. When you rest, let it silence the voice of fear that tries to steal your peace. And when you face something that makes no sense, choose to stand in the truth that God's understanding is far greater than yours. Trusting Him doesn't mean the path will be easy, but it does mean you will never walk it alone. It means you can step into the unknown knowing that He has already prepared the way. It means you can face today's challenges without losing heart, because you know your strength comes from the one who never grows weary. If you could see how He has been working in ways you cannot yet see, your heart would settle in an instant, and one day, you will look back on this season and realize that every unanswered question, every delay, every closed door was guiding you towards something better than you had planned. That is why you can trust Him today, not because you understand everything, but because He does. So breathe, let go of the weight you were never meant to carry, and place it all in His capable hands. Then walk forward with a peace that doesn't make sense to the world but makes perfect sense to those who know the one who holds their future. There is something powerful that happens when you wake up and decide that no matter what the day holds, your trust will remain unshaken. It is like setting the compass of your heart before you take the first step, ensuring that every direction you go will be aligned with Him. You may not be able to control the weather of your circumstances, but you can choose the climate of your spirit. You can choose peace over panic, faith over fear, and worship over worry. And every time you make that choice, something shifts inside you. The weight lifts a little, the fog clears a bit, and your soul breathes freely again. Think about how much lighter this day could feel if you truly released every burden into God's hands instead of carrying it like a stone in your chest. Imagine walking into your conversations without the shadow of yesterday's disappointments. Picture yourself making decisions without the constant hum of anxiety in the background. This is what trust does. It creates space for God's peace to enter and stay. It gives Him permission to take what you cannot carry and replace it with what you truly need. There is no problem so tangled that He cannot unravel it, no wound so deep that He cannot heal it, no path so unclear that He cannot guide you through it. Trust does not make life free of challenges, it makes you free in the midst of them. And as you keep trusting, you will notice that the small things that used to shake you will no longer have the same power. The delay that once made you restless will become a moment to pray. The uncertainty that used to fill you with dread will turn into an opportunity to watch God show His faithfulness in a new way. You will begin to recognize His fingerprints in the very places you once saw only emptiness. And slowly, you will realize that trusting God is not just something you do in the morning when you pray. It becomes the undercurrent of your entire day. The quiet confidence that holds you steady in every high and low. So as you step forward, let your heart repeat again and again, I trust you here, I trust you now, I trust you with all that I cannot see. That constant return to trust will be the rhythm that carries you. The song your soul sings until it becomes second nature. And by the time the sun sets, you will know that you were not sustained by your own strength but by the unshakable love of the one who walked with you through every hour. When you choose to trust God today, you are making a decision that reaches far beyond this moment. You are planting seeds in the soil of your spirit, seeds of faith, of resilience, of hope that will grow even in seasons you cannot yet see. And those seeds will bear fruit in ways that will surprise you. You might not realize it now, but the peace you choose in this hour will echo into the hours to come. The patience you show today will become the strength you stand on tomorrow. The surrender you practice in this moment will prepare you for victories you didn't even know were on their way. Trust is like breathing in the atmosphere of heaven while still walking on the earth. It changes how you move, how you think, how you see. It reminds you that you are not defined by the challenges you face, but by the God who carries you through them. And every time you choose trust, you align your heart with His heart. You make room for Him to work in ways you couldn't orchestrate, to open doors you could enforce, to close doors that would have harmed you. Trust allows you to rest even while you wait, because you know the one you are waiting on is faithful. Yes, there will still be moments when doubt tries to creep in, when fear whispers that you're on your own, when circumstances seem louder than truth. But in those moments, you have a choice: to agree with the fear or to agree with the promise. And when you choose the promise, you are choosing the reality of God's word over the illusion of your worry. That choice may not instantly change the situation, but it will change you. It will give you the courage to take the next step, the clarity to see beyond the fog, and the assurance that you are exactly where you are meant to be in His plan. So let your trust today be steady and intentional. Carry it into your conversations, your work, your rest, and even your smallest thoughts. Let it shape the way you respond when things go right and when they go wrong. Let it be the silent testimony that speaks louder than your circumstances, a life that says without hesitation, "I belong to the Lord, and my trust is in Him alone." Every time you choose to trust, you are training your heart to rest in the truth rather than react to the noise. You begin to notice that the voices of fear, doubt, and impatience grow quieter when you refuse to feed them. Instead, you fill your mind with the promises of God, letting them echo louder than the uncertainty around you. This is not about pretending the struggle isn't real. It's about anchoring yourself to the one who is more real than the struggle. Trust is not passive. It is active faith in motion. It is waking up and saying, "Lord, I give you this day before it even begins. I choose to believe you are in every detail, even the ones I don't see." When you do this, you shift the weight off your own shoulders and place it on the everlasting arms that have never failed. Think about how freeing it is to live without needing to have every answer, without having to predict every outcome, without exhausting yourself trying to control what is beyond your reach. This is the gift trust gives you, the ability to walk lightly even when the road is steep, the grace to smile even when the way ahead is unclear, the strength to keep moving even when you feel weak. And as you walk in that trust, you begin to see the fingerprints of God more clearly. You notice the protection in the near misses, the provision in the unexpected, the guidance in what felt like coincidence but was actually His perfect timing. You start to realize that you were never navigating this life on your own. You were being led, every step, by the shepherd who knows the path better than you ever could. And when you face a moment today that feels too heavy to bear, remember this: the same God who parted the sea, who calmed the storm, who raised the dead, is the same God holding you now. There is nothing too hard for Him. Not your fear, not your past, not the uncertainty that lies ahead. So keep your eyes fixed on Him. Keep your heart open to His leading. And keep choosing trust, again and again, until it becomes the very way you live. Because when trust becomes your lifestyle, peace becomes your constant companion, and hope never runs out. The more you trust God, the more you begin to see how every part of your life is connected under His care. Nothing is wasted, not the seasons of waiting, not the moments of confusion, not even the times you felt far from Him. All of it becomes part of the story He is writing. And that story is one of redemption, purpose, and grace. Sometimes you will only understand the meaning when you look back, and you will see how what felt like detours were actually the shortest path to where you needed to be. This is why trusting Him today is so important, because you are not just trusting Him for this moment. You are trusting Him for the way all the moments fit together. You might be in a chapter that feels heavy, but the author has not stopped writing. The same God who began a good work in you has promised to bring it to completion. And He has never broken a promise. So you can rest in the assurance that your life is not a random sequence of events. It is a carefully woven tapestry. And every thread, even the dark ones, has a place in the pattern. When you trust Him, you give Him permission to turn the broken pieces into something beautiful, to turn the setbacks into stepping stones, to turn the pain into a testimony. And this trust will not only transform how you see your life, it will transform how you live it. You will find yourself less reactive and more reflective. You will respond with kindness in places where you once reacted in frustration. You will speak words of life where before you might have spoken words of worry. You will walk into situations with a quiet confidence, knowing you are not walking in alone but walking in with the King of Heaven beside you. Trust changes the atmosphere you carry. It makes your presence a place where others can sense peace, even if they cannot explain why. And as you carry this trust through today, you will discover a deeper truth. That trusting God is not about knowing what's next. It's about knowing who's next to you. He is Emmanuel, God with you, and that truth alone is enough to steady you through anything this day may bring. As you reach this moment, standing on the edge of the hours that are yet to unfold, take a deep breath and let your heart settle into the truth you've been reminded of again and again. You are not walking into this day alone. You are walking into it with the presence of the one who has already seen it from beginning to end. Whatever meetings you face, whatever conversations await, whatever unexpected turns may come, none of it will catch Him by surprise. Your trust in Him is not blind. It is built on a history of His faithfulness. Think back to the times when you thought you couldn't make it, yet somehow you did. Recall the moments you thought the light would never return. Yet here you are. Every step you've taken so far has been under His watchful care. And today will be no different. So step forward with a quiet confidence. Carry yourself not with fear of what could go wrong, but with faith in the one who makes all things work together for good. Choose to see interruptions as divine redirections, delays as part of His perfect timing, and even challenges as opportunities for your faith to grow. When you feel the weight of the unknown pressing in, stop and remember who holds the known. Whisper to Him throughout the day, not just in the big moments, but in the smallest details. Invite Him into your thoughts, your choices, your reactions. Let Him be more than a place you turn to in crisis. Let Him be the companion you walk with in every step. And tonight, when the day draws to a close, look back and trace the fingerprints of His presence over every hour. You will see how trust carried you, how peace guarded you, and how His hand guided you exactly where you needed to be. So, my friend, as you go now, carry this truth like a shield. God is with you. God is for you, and nothing you face today will be greater than the one who goes before you. Trust Him fully, freely, and without hesitation, and you will find that your faith is not only unshakable, it is unbreakable. Thank you for spending this time in prayer with me today. My prayer is that as you go through the hours ahead, you will carry with you a heart anchored in trust and a spirit filled with peace. Remember, you are never walking alone. The Lord is with you, guiding your steps, guarding your heart, and surrounding you with His unfailing love. If this prayer has blessed you, I invite you to subscribe so we can continue to walk together in faith each morning. Share it with someone who might need encouragement today, and let them know they are not forgotten by God. Until we meet again, may the Lord bless you, keep you, and fill you with His unshakable peace. See you in the next prayer.